We have not went live since Thursday. But shout out to the Bay Squad. Listen, we gotta talk about the drama. Let me share this out. What am I doing? Child, I forget how to work the social medias. Gone for the weekend. Now I'm back. Can y'all hear me? Put a 1 in the chat. Let me see. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me. I just wanted to make sure. Ooh. So, hey y'all. So, I'm not going to keep y'all here for no long time. Y'all see the picture. Y'all know we about to talk about the maze, some of the maze that I've seen. And, ooh, child, let's just get into it. So, fake drama for views. Fake drama for views. And the reason we're not going to be on here long is because people are calling me. I got to call my friends, people who I consider friends, to check on them. But we got to get this money. So, y'all know I was in Houston. And the time was had. The time had me. I didn't have the time. The time had me. I didn't have the time. So, y'all know the countdown is up of what's going on. So that's first and foremost. Let me share this with the Bay Squad. Let me share this with them. My bad. Please like this video now. Don't like it later. Okay. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe if you like the vibe. Okay. Support the channel by thumbsing up the video and whatnot. So, as I was enjoying myself over the illustrious weekend, let me see, paste. And when I say us, I'm talking about me. As I was outside enjoying myself, a lot of drama unfolded. It was a lot of stuff going on where I saw Sherelle's World said she was going to sue AT2 and that he came for her mother or Perry's mom. And I'm just like, are we that desperate for content? We start picking with people who y'all have no interaction with since God knows how long. I thought we were done with this ish last year when Christmas was supposed to happen. How did we get here? Somebody cue in Deborah Cox. How did we get here? And so I seen AT2 because I am an AT2er. I've loved AT2 since I met AT2. We're friends. We communicate on the phone. Knotty and I communicate on the phone. So when I see people saying that they're spreading malicious lies about them, do I need to fight for them? No, because they have voices. They're fighting for themselves. But for these content creators, Sherelle and Perry, to be so engulfed in what AT2 is doing, it's weird. How do you have all these subscribers and these followers and you're trying to reignite some beef from last year? Very weird. Off of Jaguar Wright, who you said you believed her, you said those things. They both said it. They both said they believed Jack. Now, if that was for the content, that was for the content. But it's weird because, again, I did not understand why they were attacking AT2. So I'm like, wait, what? Not gonna lie, I say content creators say it's okay to lie because they're just making money. Like, what the F is that? Exactly, Diablo, that makes no sense. That makes no sense. And so we're over here minding our business because I feel like we're in different lanes. And I say that positively. When I think of Sherelle and Perry, they're in a whole different lane. When I think of AT2, he's in a whole different lane. I'm in a whole different lane, but his lane merges into my lane because we're friends. So we happen to like the same stuff. And I'm not saying we're friends because we get along on YouTube. We've seen each other in person. We've hung out. I know his character. That's one. Then I see the talking about Knotty. Very weird, very strange, because I know Knotty is not a messy person. I know that for a fact. She's not messy. She was doing with what any content creator who is friends with someone who's being attacked. Well, I don't even want to say attacked. Who's being talked about by a larger platform would do. You're going to ask to see, like, you're going to drop the link. And if they hit the link, yes. That's what we do as creators. And so I know I'm going rather fast, but I don't want to have a long, drawn-out conversation about people who are way older than us acting as if they're juvenile. Very weird, very strange. How do you, with all these followers, all this wealth, all this influence, all these things going on, how did you have the time? And she queued up the live in the middle of the night. AT2 did not lie about that. Because when I saw it, baby, I was outside. We was outside. It was late. It was late. It was way past their bedtime. What are you doing? What are you doing? And it reminded me of when she did it with Wiley, when she ran to the internet to be like, I'm gonna sue Wiley. And I was like, girl, are you okay? And I laughed at her because she looked the fool. And Wiley dragged her for real. That was a good, now Wiley, I have to give you that. Wiley said she went and dusted off that wig, put on her makeup, got out the bed with her man to talk about me. Baby, that's power. So I have to say this, AT2, that's power. She got up out that bed, brushed her hair, put the face on to drag you. You was on her mind, heavy. Instead of her thinking about her kids, her sick mother, and I'm just like, so we pulling out all the stops. We pulling out all the stops. For what? For what? Then y'all are accusing AT2 of being a predator, of Pedialyte at the bus stop. That in itself is very disingenuous for you to sit up there and cry real tears and snotting from the nose, talking about how your mother is so precious to you, but then you go and spew allegations, lies, no facts, no concrete evidence. Where are the receipts? Where are the receipts? So of course, Nani, having the time, said, oh, I'm gonna cover this because you was trending. And my thing is this, I cannot stand when content creators be like, well, they was talking about me. So the fuck what? You have 500,000 subscribers. How did you see AT2? That's because you still want a relationship with him. Y'all still want to work with him. So the fact that you said you didn't know who Knotty was, but you knew he was over there, lie to somebody else. You hoes be lying for sport, and that's weird to me. You too grown. You too grown. Too grown to be having these type of issues. Then you want to talk about, so I'ma sue. Sue yourself. Sue yourself. See, I can't stand you weak hoes. You want to get into the dirt and throw mud, but then somebody throws some mud back at you, now you want to sue. Weak, very strange. You look stupid, and this is coming from somebody who's probably 30 years younger than you. You look dumb. You look a fool. Sue for what? Get off the internet playing these reindeer games. Like, who told you to do this? This ain't even your lane. You're supposed to be talking about the housewives. You're supposed to be doing Love After Lockup. How did you come from the reality TV sector to over here? Make that make sense to me. It don't make sense. It don't make sense. And then you mad because people are standing by their friends. Aren't they supposed to stand by their friends? Let me tell you something. If my friends do something, I will handle it private, but we won't speak on it positively, publicly. Please be for real. Like, it's so weird. So weird to see. And this is why I said AT2 is better than me, because I would have crashed out a long time ago. You literally sat up there when he hit 50K and said, oh, he's like a son to you and you're so proud, with them fake ass tears you was crying about with your mother, which he never talked about your mother. No, he did talk about the Knox family. He did do that. But they're fighting. I'm not getting between the men. He never said anything. He said F y'all and everybody else. So now you're trying to make something out of nothing. Like, y'all are so weak and weird. Sherelle, you're weird. It looks weird from this lens point, because while I was out partying, having me a good time, the girls want to drag me into it. Let's get into it. See, I keep the receipts. Hoes like to at me for whatever reason. Strange. Because I was like, what do I got to do with the beef? How did I get over here? How did you? Where's it say that? Where's it say that? Oh, thank you, Young Rizza, for sharing. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So it said, I'm glad Sherelle is about to sue AT2. At Couture, you're next, ho. Next for what? What is wrong with you? So y'all gotta drudge up beef to become popular in the sector that you're in? Make it make sense. This is what this woman said. I don't even know who this is. A weirdo. Very strange. Very, very weird. And then they said, let's go to doxing. Like, what? I don't even understand why I was at. Like, why are you adding me? I don't know you. Don't know you. Then it was this long drawn out post. They finally took it down or something, because I was like, why are you tagging me in some mediocre high school beef? Baby, this ain't high school. This is the real world. Y'all cannot tell me who to be friends with. If y'all want to be friends with Sherelle and y'all feel Sherelle and Perry need some type of defense, so be it. But I'm not going back and forth with no people I don't know. Like, I don't know you, never met you, don't care to meet you. We don't even do the same thing. You're an elder. You and your husband. What the fuck? Like act like it. Then had a panel. That was the part for me. You had a panel of the elders for a click and a view. I said, see, this is why the official campaign dragged both of y'all. Because it's giving goofy. It's giving goofy. And I'm like, y'all call the police. We've seen y'all do police games. We've seen what you can do. I'm not understanding. What about AT2 not being your friends? What about that has you going crazy in your heart? He said it. He was like, he doesn't tell you what to do, but he said he can't align with people who have somebody who is an enemy to him on their platform. He said no. Either respect it or get with it. Like, I don't get it. He said no. He said he's not doing it. He said y'all had this man up there. He was saying whatever he wanted about AT2, and it is what it is. And then for y'all to go on Stephanie, AT2, and Knotty Love, very weird. What does that have to do with your content? And why are we bringing something out from last year into March? Make that make sense, and y'all can't, because they're goofies. Y'all too big to be cornballs, but y'all are. Y'all are corn on the cobs. Corny. Lame. It's giving looser. At y'all big age? At y'all big age. Let's get into Jaguar Wright, another big goofy who they used to support. Tell me why this heifer is crashing out behind a man who never wanted her, and she knew he didn't want her. So now she's acting all erratic for sympathy, so she can get some type of monetary support. Jaguar is a fool. If she thought Odell loved her because he literally rode around with her from pillar to post, she is as dumb as they come. And y'all follow her. So it makes me question who y'all are as people. It's one thing to be hearing the mess. It's another thing to be a follower of a fool. I'm starting to think a lot of y'all grew up with lead in your water. I'm starting to believe that. wholeheartedly, in totality. It don't make sense. And she crashing out on the internet. And y'all are eating it up instead of getting her off. See, it goes back to what a lot of people have said. I told y'all, she is a nobody. She's a failure. He literally tried to brand her as this thing, and he's finally starting to see it's not working. And all of the financial resources he was siphoning through her puss and her buzz, he no longer has any obtainability for it. Hence why he was like, girl, please. He's tired of living from pillar to post. He wants a warm bed. He wants a hot shower. He doesn't want to have to get it how he lives, because he's a sassy bottom. That's what it gives me. He's not a bottom, but it gives sassy bottom. When men live off women, it gives very sassy bottom. It gets very much that girl, because when the boys want to be taken care of, it's given to me. And I do understand, back my one point, did AT2 say Sherelle and Perry have a lavender marriage? Yes, but all this fair in war. Like, y'all was out here saying he was a Pedialyte at the bus stop with a lollipop and said he was abusive towards his family. Y'all are crazy. But as for Miss Jag, she's a weirdo. Always be a weirdo. She was over there on Sherelle and Perry's platform being propped up as the truth. And when they could no longer use her, all of a sudden, they said she was a liar. No, don't call her a liar now. Y'all was loving the mess. And then Sherelle said she was going to call the people on her. They are some police calling heifers. Especially Sherelle. Sherelle is really the one who will call the police. I'm calling the police on you. That's in her MO. They hang out with people just to fall out with them. And child, it's only a matter of time for them to be fighting with the others they be having over there. It's crazy. They look stupid. They look delusional. Ooh. Not the welcome. And will settle for 50K. Ooh. Odell said he's going to take their 2-bedroom Nissan Maxima when they break up. Enablers have fed the beast and don't know how to put her back in the box. Child, that is crazy. That is delusional at its best. And that's why I said, you know, they're out here trying to pump fear in somebody's heart. Like, y'all don't pump no fear in nobody's heart. Y'all are grandmas and grandpas. Like, be for real. And this is me being very nice. Like, be for real. Do what you do best. Sit over there, laugh and joke, read your little lawsuits and the inside tea or inside scoop about the reality TV stars. Stick to what you're good at. You know, propping up the Larry Reeds of the world. Remember, they propped up Larry Reed, said they don't believe he did anything? Fools. These are the same people who was over there happy about Sean Atwood. And that's what started this mess. That's what started this mess originally, the Sean Atwood piece. And it just goes to show, like, if they're not the first, and if they can't market it or spin it, they want to have some type of beef. But I told y'all, beef don't build no platform. If it did, everybody who been beefing would have hundreds of thousands of subscribers. They don't. The reason Sherelle and Perry's platform is not growing is because look at what they do. They won't even be themselves. Be yourself. Be yourself and it will grow. Like, it's very strange, very weird. I don't care what they do in a bedroom. I don't care if they don't like each other. But to sit up here and fight with people who are younger than you, faster than you, I'm not going to say y'all have more money than me. I will never say that. But to sit up here and do the things that y'all are doing and then playing the victim, like, you can be a real victim if you want. There's people who actually talk about you in a disparaging light. You have not sued them. So I need you to pipe down and stick to what you do best. The reality housewives, doing interviews with certain criminals. Like, they're friends with the whole races. Like, John Yates, are we serious? I remember that whole saga. And it's like, every time we turn around, They like to pin themselves as these upstanding content creators. I can't tell. I can't tell. So you mean to tell me every time you feel the wind blow, you want to have beef with AT2? Why? Because they're hating. See, I told you, there's a lot of these content creators out here that have all these subscribers and they're jealous. They're jealous that they don't have the light that we have. When I look at AT2, I see success. When I look at Knotty Love, I see success. When I hear Stephanie talking, I hear success. No wonder they're mad. I would be mad too, because clearly you're lacking something to be reaching way down here. How did you even get over here? Whether y'all had a relationship or not, aren't y'all blocked? Isn't that what they said? They was blocked and nobody's gonna tell you what to do on your platform. So stay over there. How do you have the time? I don't watch hoes I don't like. The person who just tagged me in that, I don't watch them. I looked, I said, who is this? Who are these hoes? How is your cool? Like, I be outside, my friends be outside. We're very in touch with reality. Very in touch with reality, so much so that we enjoy ourselves, and that's what makes y'all mad. I told y'all, look at some of these content creators. Y'all don't see them nowhere, but always on social media, because they have to be. They don't have no life. They have no life. How you have a life and you taking care of an ailing mother, but you're fighting with someone who you haven't talked to since December? And please don't say, oh, because Maggie did her thing. We don't care nothing about her. She's a weirdo too. That hating hoe in the back who said I had good coochie was going up for Jag. Now she's dragging Jag. Oh my God. Tell me another formula. Tell me another formula. Like, who gives a fuck? Go outside. Go do something. They should be going to the Patti LaBelle and Shaka Khan and Gladys Knight concert, but they want to fight with AT2 and Knotty Love and Stephanie. Take your old ass to bed. Go rub some Bengay on your joints and prop your feet up. I can't stand that. Like, and then say, oh, I'm a sue. Y'all are weak as fuck for that. And Perry, you're super weak because you allow your wife to do that. You love her so much. She's picking fights with people who are your children's age. Make it make sense. Just because. And then y'all have to get this panel of elders. Nobody has common sense. Just this panel of elders. Oh, they're just doing the absolute most. I can't stand no stuff like that. And I'm like, it's worse than Jaguar Wright. Like, Jag is bottom feeding at best. Like, And I said, Maggie, going back and forth with Jag, shouldn't have dropped that. It doesn't make sense. It's given. They need AT2 for the click and the view. And when AT2 ate them up, bop them, bop, 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 he finally was like, this is what he said yesterday. Let's get, and shout out to AT2. Let me use your content. Don't flag me. Don't flag me, friend. Child, this is crazy. And the reason I'm saying it's crazy is because I'm still lit from yesterday. Where is it? 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 I need you to come in the room before I just start talking. Alright, just waiting for y'all to come in the room. Let me tell everybody we live again. We live again. Okay. Hello, everybody. Damn, look, y'all see the emergency and came flying, huh? Y'all so petty. If I just said, hey, let's pray together, none of y'all would be here right now, huh? Yeah, I know how it is. What's up, Cena? What's up, Miss Kitty? What's up, Cheryl? What's up, Michelle? What's up, Yolanda? What's up, Miss Bugs? What's up, Shonda? What's up, Sexy 60? What's up, Gaslit News? Hawan, hello, Hawan, how you doing? What's up, Lady Letitia? Hello, Leatherfoot.
Shamanica, you at work right now? Okay, well, it's gonna be quick, but hopefully you enjoying us while you at work. DJ EQ,
Hey, AT2.
Rescue. What's up, Asia? What's up, Shauna? Um, what's up? What's up? What's up? Dion, Teresa, Miss Marybelle, Mark, Connie. So I want to let you guys know this live will stay up. This is going to stay up. So this is not getting deleted or anything like that. I just want you guys to know. Lady Grace, you watching Netflix right now? I am watching you, your other live on my Oh. Cherise, EH, Stephanie, what's up, cuz? Grand Rising, what's up, Tanisha? Miss Bugs. All right. So, basically, what I wanted to let you guys know what's going on is that, people are escalating the situation offline. And, I'm okay with whatever people say and stuff like that. But I think now it's getting to the point where, okay, I don't think this is like fun banter anymore. Like, now we want to sue. Some people want to threaten to unalive you. And listen, typically I would have been like, oh yeah, well, we fighting that. We getting ready for it, right? We ready for war. But after talking to my family really briefly about the situation, it was like, get your ass off that internet, because what you doing on there? I still come from a family that are traditionalists. And what I mean by traditionalists, not in like a religious sense, but like, you get your black ass a 9-to-5 job, one that gives you health benefits and all that stuff. And so even though, for a while you're like, no, I'm gonna be the bigger person. I always gotta be the bigger person, blah, blah, blah. In this case, I am, because now I have to seek help and see what I have to do. So in that case, I do have to report what I have to report and do it that way. Because again, I can say, oh, this is just online banter, blah, blah, blah. But just for my protection, I have to make sure that I handle it the right or the what. Oh, you want to say the right or the what? Either way, the what.
And I respect AT2 for that, because he's up here fighting with people. Well, he's not even fighting. It's not a fight. He went back and forth verbally with people who brought it to the internet first. See, that's what people failed to realize. They brought it to the internet first. They talked about the text messages on their live first. They did it first. Nobody knew what was going on. They brought it to YouTube. So here you have these elders who are supposed to be more mature, examples, out here acting like juveniles. Very trivial. No wonder they was friends with the Jaguar Wright. It makes sense. It makes sense. So when I see stuff like that, and then you want to talk about lawsuit, get them hoes up out of here, because nobody has time for this type of stuff. You can dish it, but can't take it. Got it. You want to regurgitate drudge up some old beef. Got it. That's why I said you got to really know who your opponent is. They're jealous. They're trying to get you up out of here. AT2, Knotty Love, Stephanie, hell, probably even myself, because they are haters. Nobody is running to them to hear what they have to say, because they're so flip-floppity. Instead of them just remaining in totality neutral and be like, make it make sense, like, oh, I don't know, and da-da-da. They choose a side, and when they choose the wrong side, all of a sudden, they make it seem like it was someone else. We saw what they said about Jag. Jag is the perfect example. She's telling the truth. She knows. And now that liar, don't make me call the Dallas people on you. Like, Is it entertaining? Yes. But you're mad because people are responding to something you brought to Beyonce's internet? And that's why I said, the girls be thinking it's hot in the kitchen, it's really pressure. Baby, it hasn't even got past 2. That's what I'm saying. Get these weak hoes. Every child is a winner type of personalities up out of here because they're weak. Get their weak asses out the way. And I hate to say that. That's the one cuss word I really don't like to say to my elders, but they're not acting like the elders. They're not acting like leaders. They're not acting like people who are trailblazing. They're acting like hating hoes in the back who are desperate and thirsty for the youth or something. It's like they're not tapped in, and we can tell they're not tapped in by how they going about it. Just weird and very strange. Very strange. Next thing they're gonna be saying is elder abuse. Like they pulled out the stops, honey. The moment we saw the uploaded video with the snot and the tears, like, child, go to hell. Go to hell with that. Don't nobody have time for that bullshit. Nobody. Look at the economy. There's so many things they could be talking about, but they want to fight with AT2. They want to fight with Knotty Love. They want to fight with people who are not on their side. Like, nobody is thinking about y'all. Like, for real, when I hit end on this camera, I'm getting my click and my view, but at least I didn't lie for it. Fake drama for the views? You're faking drama with someone you used to be cool with for what? Are you mad? I don't get it. Very weird, very strange. And people like that remind me of Jaguar Wright, and y'all know how I feel about Jaguar Wright. Send that hoe to the mental institution. Get him up out of here. Get him up out of here. And I don't care if y'all love Sherelle and Perry. That's not what this is about. What it's about is the faking the drama for the views. Because they started it. That's the problem. I'm so tired of these people who are older acting oblivious to their own actions. Don't talk about accountability when you're not accountable for your actions. You're not accountable for the things that you do. Like, either get in the playground and fight back or move. See, this is why hoes be getting beat up. Because y'all don't know who to pick. Y'all be thinking everybody is your op and all this other, like, bop, move out the way. Move out the way. Now, if somebody really stepped to you, then we're wrong. If we really take it there, then we're wrong because, oh, they're older and it's, oh, they're jealous. Ain't nobody jealous of their old asses. We would love to be at their age one day, but we're not there yet. We're still young. We're still youthful. We're still making a way. It seems like y'all are jealous. That's a problem. Maybe you should go be a true auntie, like my auntie Sinitra. Be a real auntie like that. Picking fights with people. That's loser behavior. I hate old losers. It just makes me just mad because you are the old hoes in the back that I be talking about. Perry and Sherelle and Jag. Just birds of a feather. But anyway, what are y'all thoughts on this, Space Squad? DC, we're not talking about you, baby. You would never act like them. DC, you have such class and grace and just poisonous. Could never. You could never. Okay. I bet you won't add them. You're right, I won't add them. Learn some grammar, hoe, before coming trolling in the chat. What do I need to add them for? What type of loser clown behavior is that? See, and this is why they over there being losers now. Because losers like you. I'm so happy I leave the chat up so people can see it for themselves. Look at the people who be championing y'all when y'all be over there on the fuck shit. All in my chat talking about, I bet you won't add them. Loser. Loser. And it's a troll, baby. We already know who it is. We know who the trolls are because the girls got to do every and anything for a click and a view. Thank God, you know, I work a 9 to 5, so, or at the Instacart. I ain't never had to do all that for a click and a view and send people in the chat to troll and they be amped up by troll babies and be tricked out your spot. Just loser behavior. This is why I say you got to hit them losers where it hurts. Unless they're doing it with the funds, pay them no attention. All they can do is keyboard bang because it's a broke thing to do. Brokey. Look at the Sherelle and Perry supporter in the chat. doing broke shit. Base squad, don't ever do no loser activity like that. Never be a loser. Always be a winner, okay? Never be on no loser-ish. Don't be in people's chats being a loser, a bum. An elder with no common sense, a child left behind, a product of war on drugs. Never be one of those, because it shows. And on that note, comment down below. I gotta go. Bye, hoes.